feel the shiver climb. Oh, the clock strikes terror. Right on time. It's Friday night, mama. Friday night lives. Talking horror and drama. It's Friday night, mama. Oh yeah, Friday night lives. Friday night lives.
Oh, mama. It's Friday night live, Lord. Over in them trees. There's something over. Hey,
Hello.
I'm Uncle.
Good.
This is Mark. This is Rambo. We're here to kick your fucking asses. What do you think about that? No,
Mark, did you see these guys' streams the other night? The
Oh,
tier list for the 90s.
Yeah.
Look,
Fuck?
I
What the
knew.
fuck? You put
look,
Tremors
How in
2.
the fuck is that's what I was gonna say? Tremors
Body
2 is in the
Parts,
shit.
The Fighters in the shits.
I
think that's shit.
here's all I said.
Mimic is the drizzly
Here's
shit.
all I
You
said.
put fucking
I knew when we were doing it. I was
Chainsaw
like, this
3
is gonna
above
be,
it.
this is gonna be fucking bad. Tremors is objectively a good movie. It's not a movie that I ever like seek out to watch. It's something that I will watch, but like I just don't go and like I need to go watch Tremors. I just never have done that in my life. I don't think because it's more to me of like I won't say a kids movie, but like it's not. I don't know. It is more of a family movie in a weird way for like horror film. Tremors 2, I don't even know. I haven't seen that movie in so long I couldn't even tell you. But like yeah, what was the other one? You mentioned another one too.
I mean, there's like all
There's a bunch. Mark got really pissed off about a couple of
Fighters
them.
is the shits, really? Over fucking Troll 2 and fuck Troll 2.
Right.
What was the other one?
Frighteners is worse than Troll 2, man.
Oh, the Frighteners.
Yeah, the Frighteners.
I don't even
Fucking
have an opinion
Mimic.
on the Frighteners, really. I mean, they
Body
the
Parts.
Frighteners-
The Troll 2 is better.
Look, Body Parts. I can't defend that movie. That movie's. I mean, Jeff Fahey. He is right about
You
Jeff
got
Fahey.
someone with a shotgun shooting people and fucking blowing their heads off. You got car chases, handcuffed together, original car chases. Troll 2 ain't got shit but piss and hospitality because they allow it.
You know what
Fuck Troll
You know
2,
what
buddy.
Troll 2 has, buddy? You know what that fucking movie has that no other movie has?
Shits.
Green
Bologna
cookies
sandwiches.
and bologna sandwiches. That's right.
And you put the fucking Sixth Sense in good. They ain't shit. Frighteners is better than the Sixth Sense. So is Mimic. So fuck you. How about them apples?
You just tell me, buddy, fuck you. How about that? You shove Mimic and fucking Tremors.
I just think
straight
that's
up there.
in all truthfulness, I was watching the Siskel and Ebert the other day, and I just thought it was funny when they argue over like Ebert like cup and a half. They were arguing.
Yeah.
Does Ebert even?
should do
And
that.
Siskel was like, "Are you okay? Like, you sure you like cup and a half?"
It is a very weird movie to claim that you like. It's a weird hill to die on. It's
Yeah, it
called
was
The Hag.
that. And what was the other movie they were arguing about?
I think Carnosaur was one. I always remembered that one.
Yeah, Gene Siskel liked that, but there was another one. It was Top and a Half, and I forget what it is.
Species was one too.
Just like Ebert was bad, the Siskel like Starship Troopers, and then
See,
Shocker was one as well. That was a
Oh,
great one.
that's right. Yeah. I think that we get a lot more viewers if me and you just fought violently on here about movies like that.
I was just trying to.
That'd be killer. Just come on here.
But great job on the show, honestly.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a part 2 because I was looking in the comments and there's like a ton of movies that people put in the comments. So if you haven't already though, yeah, put because there's like a ton of 90s movies, of course, but like we didn't get to all of them. We did like 80 some, but put them in the comments of that video, the 90s Tears for Fears video that we did, and we will get to those in the second one that we're doing, and there'll probably be a third one after that. Yeah, that was a fun show to do because I hadn't even thought about a lot of those movies in a long time.
Can't believe you shit on the Frighteners, man. What the fuck, buddy? You know, mimic. You know, it's fuck.
I can't even to this day tell you if I think the Frighteners works or not. I mean, there's certain things about it that I feel like work, but then there's certain things where I'm like, that's kind of fucking goofy.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I'm just having fun because I remember you mentioned me on the Graveyard Shift review. Like, how the fuck this guy liked this movie? He's like, yeah, these guys gotta blow this movie a bit much, you know, don't you think? Me and Mark.
I'll tell you though, one that I was really surprised you liked as much as you did though was Return to Silent Hill, Rambo. I was really
Fuck.
I couldn't believe you loved that movie and you gave it like your highest recommendation for people to watch.
Yeah, it ain't no hot to try.
Okay. Yeah, you
Man,
said it was the movie of the year, didn't you?
sincerely, Return to Silent Hill was abomination. I mean, if you don't know the game, maybe you wouldn't care as much, but as a guy that loved the game, it's a complete abomination on every front.
I kind of cracked up
Acting,
watching that
visuals.
video.
Hmm?
I kind of cracked up watching that video.
Oh,
It's like an
Thank
hour and a half long epic fucking.
I didn't mean for that to happen. I just
killer.
I just let go and it just came out. Sometimes that's how it goes. And I'm like, I should edit this down. I'm like, oh screw it. I'll leave it
Yeah.
up and people can watch whatever they want. And but that is a terrible movie, sincerely. So that's a film like the other stuff, I'm just bullshit. That one I don't understand why anyone would like that movie. Return to Silent Hill. That one.
I'll never watch that movie. I just everybody that's ever watched it that I know has said it sucks. I don't even know if anybody has even said one good thing about it. This is an interesting question here or kind of statement because this was the one that was the one that like right before the show I was going through the list and I was like that one should be on that list, but we didn't have time to put it on there. So
What were other 90s ones that you like?
oh god, there was a bunch of, well, we didn't do Child's Play 3, which would have made sense. That one was still in the 90s. We did Child's Play 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then there was I'm trying to think of some more that I thought about like after.
John Carpenter's Vampires.
Vampires is one of them. Yeah. Axum, isn't that in the 90s? We could have put that one in there. Killer.
Yeah.
There was a couple.
Makes sense why you would not remember that.
Yeah, Pet Cemetery 2, Shocker. Some people are putting some things in here.
That Cemetery too, yeah.
Shocker's 89, I think.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fucking weird. I thought it was 90s too. So let's talk about one of the big things going on right now, though, which is as we speak, Joe Bob is doing his final show. For those people
That's
that
right.
didn't know that, the last drive-in. And here's what I know so far from watching the video that he did earlier. So it was announced, I guess, today that this would be his last show, last regular show that they do for the last drive-in. And of course, immediately people started like losing their shit and posting a bunch of different stuff and yada, 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 and what's going on. I don't know if he explained what's going on, like on that show, but he did like a separate video today where it was like, he said he wasn't sick because that was one of the things people were wondering, like if he had gotten sick and then had to like leave the show and cancel it, things like that. He wasn't sick, said he was fine. Second was that it wasn't his decision, which is crazy to me because I would have definitely thought that was it, that he was just leaving because he wanted to retire or, you know, something like that. And the third was that he was probably going to do something else somewhere else. And so like all of those things, I'm just confused. And the only possible explanation then would be, like you guys said, like Shudder had to do something, like either cancel it or they're their service is leaving. I don't know which. Like the whole thing might be going down because that was the flagship show for that fucking service. That's really the only reason a lot of people even had it.
Yeah, we talked briefly about before the show. The only one that would make sense to me is an attempt at downsizing in some way. So I would think Mark, you mentioned it, they don't have a lot of original programming. Maybe a VHS film once a year,
Right.
Creep Show, but that's been canceled for a while.
Mm-hmm.
If this is one of their primary things, and it's like we need to let that go to either save money. I mean, what else could it be other than an attempt at downsizing? If it's, I mean, is it still successful? I would assume it's still a successful show.
I mean, it's I would about guarantee you it's the most successful thing on Shudder.
Right. Yeah. The parent company's AMC, I believe. So
Yeah.
it had to be some kind of call on their end. Like, I don't know what exactly, but, and somebody in the chat, Immortal Nightmare, saying it right now. AMC went through restructuring, layoffs a couple years ago. So maybe that's just the long and short of it, I guess. It's so weird that like the most popular thing, the thing everybody knows the service for, is gone. Like that's
Well, that's a pretty good
bizarre.
indicator that like either they're struggling really badly financially or they just are going to shut that off. There's no other, explanation because like those two things are just connected. That's what everybody knows of Shudder for, really, and that was what was.
Right.
And the reason they had it done the way that they did it was because people kept canceling Shudder after Joe Bob's show would go off. So they had to have him do it like on a regular basis so people wouldn't cancel it. And now it's like if they're doing that, then yeah. Maybe we'll go back to Monster Vision, yeah.
Well, he ended that video by saying that you haven't seen The Last of Us, we're not done yet, something like that. So
Yeah.
maybe he will. I do know there is an order in, I think he said, for 4 specials this year. So there's at least that. Yeah, I'm not sure where the show could land. I mean, maybe Monster Vision. I don't know. Is there any other like straight up horror? I mean, he's not gonna go to fucking Screambox or any of that shit. So, but then again, you never know. I mean, if it comes down to it, he's probably got to take whoever's gonna have him, right?
Oh no.
Daniel Harris. I would imagine so, yeah. I mean, they're not going to quit doing that. There's no way. It's just too much of an easy gig to make money.
Right.
You've never seen an episode of Joe Bob Ghostface?
I would say look up if you want to Ghostface Studio on YouTube. You just type in Joe Bob Briggs playlist, and you'll find someone put like a whole like 400 video playlist of back in the days of, was it Showtime or I forget what channel it was before TNT. If that's Showtime at one of those cable stations, and then Monster Vision stuff, you go watch those, and it's just the Monster Vision clips he did and stuff. That's definitely a good way to check them out.
Tubi. We're going to be on Tubi.
He could go to Tubi.
He could easily go to Tubi, yeah. They'll take anything. They take Scout Taylor Compton, like original movies on there. Fuck.
Exactly. Look how much shit's on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the worst.
Would
thing.
a company like, well, not company, Netflix or Paramount ever think of taking someone like that? Because they're always looking for content. And like Paramount would have like Paramount horror films, or Netflix, whatever.
I guess, because I mean, he's shown he can pretty much get an audience with that show. I mean,
Yeah.
I would imagine somebody like that could take a chance. But see, most studios like that are not going to take a chance on anything unless it's like a surefire thing or something like. They're just maybe because Netflix is doing that whole podcast bullshit now on there. So maybe they would, They could pick him up. I mean, the
That's what I was going to say. I'm
exposure-
surprised he hasn't done a podcast. I mean, I know you just say there's too many podcasts, but considering that guy's been around the drive-in era, the 70s, like you would think a lot of stories, a lot of guests, and it would still be his sense of humor, but just you think there'd be a lot of possible discussions because he would have people on the show, and like you would think there'd be a lot of stories that come out of that. Just the
Yeah.
history, how the films were back in the day, the time period.
I do respect that guy a lot because, you know, for 40 some years now, he's been doing this, and he's a really good writer too. He's got really good kind of like monologues. Kind of reminds me of Jim Cornette, like the horror version of Jim Cornette or something.
Yeah.
He's a really good speaker. He's good at what he does. I didn't watch that show very much over the years though. It just, I don't know why either. Really, it just got, I'd seen enough of them at some point to know.
Yeah.
But anyway, Preston wants to know what's the name of the song at the opening and the ending song of this thing. So the opening song is just Friday Night Leaves. It's just something that was just AI generated. The ending song is the Never Gonna Change song from friggin' hell. I can't remember who the fuck it is now, but yeah. I think the
Those-
Drive-By Truckers originally did it though.
Those are available on the Patreon, right?
Oh yeah. All
Yeah.
that shit's available on there. So you should get the Patreon.
Yeah, there you go, Preston.
Buy it and buy it often. Let's see. Not well, Mayor. Not well at all. I actually watched the show. She put up a show earlier today about it.
Really
Yeah.
depressed.
I don't think she took it well. I mean, but she did say that we've had years of, you know, that show, which is true. That show's been on Shudder for frig. How long now? Like 6 or 7 years at least.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff to watch if you want to. Let's see. What it says, with Paramount taking Warner Brothers, do you think they'll take their titles of other platforms and start a whole new stream?
I mean, they might take it onto Paramount, not a whole new stream. I mean, they may be like, hey, we're gonna put it on Paramount by itself. So you have to go to our stream. You have to pay
Yeah.
for Paramount Plus to get it.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
Disney has
probably.
their exclusive stuff.
Yeah, I would imagine whatever deals are already in place before the sale of Warner Brothers, like those have to ride out, and then they'll leave off those streaming platforms and make their way onto Paramount Plus. More
Yeah, just like
likely.
Disney Plus has theirs. Although fuck Disney Plus.
But yeah,
want
I
to
know.
take it if someone gave it to me. Fuck Disney and fuck Disney Plus. Disney minus. It's just a waste of
Disney
time.
minus would be a great service.
Just like shitty Star Wars and shitty Marvel. Just like that shitty looking new Star Wars movie coming out.
I think I did see something though about Joe Boy. And he's around 73, 74 years old now, something like that. So I mean, yeah, I don't know how much longer he wants to do this. I guess he can do it forever, how long he fucking wants, but at some
Yeah.
point, you know. You need someone to convince you to buy Troll 2. Well, don't fucking ask Rambo. He's not going to convince you.
I mean, Troll 2 is funny, man. Fuck it.
Yeah,
It's
Troll
still
2 is,
shitty.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's considered the best, worst movie ever made. It's an awful movie.
It
that
is an awful
kinda
film.
is entertaining because of how bad it is.
It's somewhat entertaining, but like I'd never rewatch it either.
Yeah, I mean, if you need someone to convince you to buy it, you probably shouldn't buy it. So just stream it on Tubi or some shit and call it a day. Save your money.
Yeah.
HBO
I mean, it's better than
Red.
Soul Man.
That's true, but what the fuck isn't really God?
Yeah.
I wish I had an anal ass shirt.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's a good point, Weston. You really need to be watching it with like a group of people. It's a fun kind of group movie.
You can watch Return to Silent Hill.
You have to watch that with a bunch of fucking heroin addicts or something. You can get some enjoyment out of it. Oh, he switched it up tonight. He's doing the Shirley Temple.
Yeah. It's good.
The other big news story to come out, though, besides Joe Bob, which just recently hit, was one that came out a couple days ago. They still don't know a lot about this story, but Bruce Campbell put out kind of a press release thing where he stated that he was sick with a form of cancer. He didn't say what kind, and he said that it was treatable but not curable. So a lot of people speculated about what that meant, but that's not great news for anybody, of course. Bruce Campbell's probably, in my opinion, one of the 3 or 4 most recognizable faces in horror films. Like if you include the big like Freddy and Jason and people like that, like in terms of icons, like he's right up there with them. So yeah, that was again awful news
Yeah.
that you don't ever want to hear.
Yeah. I mean, this year so far, it's just, God, I just want it to be over already. But then you think about it, you just get to next year, you're going to have more of the same. Maybe not necessarily cancer stories, but just all of our heroes seems like they're going away. It's sad. It's a really sad time.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
about 67 years old.
I was saying this. I think I said this on another show where we were doing. It seems like we do a damn memoriam every week now, almost, or something horrible like. But I was saying this.
Reggie
on one of them.
and hospice.
Yeah, Reggie's like. But like we're getting to the age now, at least I am, where like all these people that I grew up watching are getting into their 60s and 70s, and they're just going to be sick, and or some of them are going to be sick and passing away. Yeah, that's one thing I've never understood either. John Carpenter smoked like 3 packs of cigarettes a day, weed all day long. Looks like he's permanently, turned into low pan now. That dude is just going strong as ever.
Yeah.
It's like Michael Myers. The anger keeps him strong.
Yeah,
It keeps him going.
that's true. The sheer hatred of everything. Argento's another one. Argento's in his 80s.
Hell, dude, Clint Eastwood's like 90 something.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, Clint Eastwood did a movie where he had a sex scene. He was like 92 years old. And what was that movie called? The Mule or something like that?
Yeah, the mule.
Jeez. He can still go.
Thank you, Dean Martin. Thank you.
He has turned into his Body Bags character. That's true.
But yeah, very sad to hear about Bruce Campbell. Real quick question to people in the chat and to you guys. Do you have a favorite Bruce Campbell role that's not Evil Dead?
That is a good question. Yeah, I mean, I just recently, with somebody talking about like being old fucks, I just recently learned that I was an old fuck when that Einstein Kills video came out, and everybody was like, "Y'all don't like nothing that's new or any good." It's like number
I don't
one.
even know what 9 Inch Kill says.
Number
What
one,
the
it's
name is.
it's only new. It's not any good.
9 Inch Kill sounds like Ghost, which is shit.
Well, the funny thing about it is, I'm assuming that I've never listened to one of their songs other than that Scream one, to be honest. I'm assuming that Spencer guy's the singer most of the time.
Yeah, he's the lead.
Sadly.
Okay. Okay. So, but the song that I heard sounded like they just went and listened to fucking like one Evanescence album from the 2000s and copied that exactly.
How do you have Evanescence credit? A lot better than Nine Inch Nails. Or I keep calling that Ice Nine Kills. I keep wanting to say 9 Inch Kills, but
9-inch heels. We'll call them that.
that's their OnlyFans name, 9 Inch Kills.
Shit.
But
For
yeah, not a fan of their songs. I mean, cool that they did the video.
looks like
Not
a lot
my
of
kind of
people-
music.
No, that shit sucked. Nobody can tell me it didn't. Burn Notice, Bubba Hotep, Maniac Cop.
Yeah, Bubba Hotep's a good choice. I also like Moontrap.
Jack of all trades, Briscoe County Jr. Yeah,
Sundown.
the plastic surgeon from Escape from LA. It's a good
So Jim Carrey.
choice. Congo.
Yeah, he is in Congo.
Jim Carrey does kind of look like the SD from LA's Bruce Campbell now.
Mhm.
You see his face? Like people like he's a clone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like conspiracy theory. Jim Carrey was cloned. He looks like a baby cheek, like facelift from hell. The fuck happened? The Jim Carrey.
Botox, what it looks like to me, or a lot of fillers.
Why?
Because everybody, for some reason, when they get a certain age, they're like, I should probably let somebody inject a bunch of fucking cement into my face and see what that turns out like.
But it never looks better.
No,
Never.
you always look like a weird fucking chipmunk lizard mixture. You just constantly look like wet and puffed up. I don't know.
But how do you see someone else where they're 80% of them have it and they always look bad and you go, I need one?
Too much money. They just got too much fucking money. They're just like, everybody else is doing it. I've got all this money. I might as well see if I can look like a 12-year-old. And you never can. It's just not possible. You end up looking like Madonna, and nobody wants that.
Jesus.
Spider-Man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of small roles like that. There's so many. So I think he's in all the Spider-Man movies. Well, the Raimi ones.
I'm glad somebody did bring up the Sundown, because nobody ever really references that movie, but I really like that movie.
Yeah, that was the only one I think is that's probably one of my favorite ones, other than him playing Ash.
You know who else is great in that movie? What's the freaking guy? The older guy that wears the hat. The older vampire that like knocks the guy's head off.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember his name. He's great in that.
yeah.
He's been in everything you can think of too, but he's just like a character actor that
Mm-hmm.
you would never really.
Waxwork too as well.
Yeah. So you're not a big Ice Nine Kills fan, either one of you?
I know. Honestly, I've never really listened to their stuff. I probably first heard about them during the Terrifier 3 run that they had with that song. So I don't really have an opinion on them.
I got news for them. About 50 years ago now, there's a band called the Misfits that did exactly what they're doing now. They need to fucking take it down a notch. It's been done. It's already over with. Doing fucking songs about horror movies.
They're taking over like BWO.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned Bride of Frankenstein. I'm not sure if they're talking about the new movie that's coming out, but yeah, that's coming out today. Maggie Gyllenhaal's.
I got bad
film.
news. Uncle Bill will really be sad about this news.
Oh no.
You
It
bought a
only
ticket
made
to see it?
$1 million opening weekend. The Bride. Only 1 million.
Yeah. Well,
Poor Maggie
Wait.
Gyllenhaal, man.
Wait, though, didn't it just come out today though?
Well, yeah, it's going to be a $1 million opening night.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. Okay.
have you seen the preview? It looks like shit. I mean, I
Well, it's-
completely understand why it would
It's
only.
new original horror, Uncle Bill. You got to go out and support it. I mean,
How's it
you gave
original? It's the Bride of
Scream.
Frankenstein.
Oh, well, have you seen it though?
got a
It doesn't
point.
exactly look
It's
like
the Bride of Frankenstein. So
Look, Mark.
I
let me
mean, his
explain-
name is Frank. I don't
No,
ever remember
no.
Frankenstein's monster being called that. I'd say it's a
Let me
little
explain something to you. You don't ever support anything that has a Gyllenhaal in it. That's just you need to understand that. If it's Jake, but especially if it's Maggie Gyllenhaal, and she has anything to do with it, you don't support it. You run the opposite fucking direction. If you can get around her head to run, that's the key.
So you don't like the Dark Knight? Because she's in the Dark Knight.
Rambo, listen. She's in that movie for about 5 minutes.
Well, he likes it because she gets killed in
I'm
it,
just
so-
trying to get the DC.
And she
fans
gets
mad.
fucking blown up. So it's killer.
I was trying to get to hate it, just DC fans get mad like they got mad at Mark.
Oh God.
What was the line Mark he said? The Zack Snyder Dick
Oh my
Rider or
God.
something.
Yeah, I ain't gonna repeat that.
Do you want to get into this? The Jim Carrey fucking conspiracy theory that wasn't really him and all this.
Well, no, he just had, like you said, it was. I knew from the beginning it was Botox, it was facelift, it was surgery. Like you said, they all do it. I don't know why. We talked about that before, but the fact that people really got serious. Was anyone really serious about the clone thing, or they just thought it was a fun gag?
No, there's people that are serious. Like every once couple of years, I've noticed that there is some conspiracy theory about a clone. I don't know if y'all remember the Avril Lavigne shit where they said that like she died or she didn't want to go out in public, so she hired somebody to like be her permanent stand-in. And then there was like there's been all kinds of different celebrities who people have said that about, where they like claim that it's not really them.
Yeah, it's like every couple years or so.
Here, let's really
Yeah.
get into this then. For people who are really, if you're serious about this, you're an idiot.
Damn. That's
You just are. You just have no
Mhm.
common sense. You think the sky is purple, and you lick, I don't know, the things in toilets called turds. I mean, it's one of those things where, why would it be? Why would he need to be cloned? Who would clone them? Why? Why have this conspiracy over Jim Carrey of all people?
I guess because people couldn't believe that it looked that bad, but I can, because like, all these people that I see get plastic surgery always look bad, so it's not that shocking.
I'm just saying, for the people who really believe this, like, why? What is their reasoning for why this guy was cloned and replaced? They think Jim died. They think they didn't. They just someone killed him because they didn't like the last Sonic movie. Like, what happened? Like,
I don't know.
Dude, that's no joke here though. What Suspiria Night said.
Oh my God, yeah.
Dude,
Jesus
she's gonna
Christ.
die. Like that's no joke. Like
Yeah.
she is going to die. There's no way you can stay that thin like that. I don't care what's going on. Like your heart won't be able to. That's Karen Carpenter kind of shit right there at this point.
how does no one tell her who's close to her?
Look at her mother. Her
Yeah.
mother looks exactly the same. Like, what are they gonna say?
Well, like, your friends, like, look in the mirror. Are you trying to be Skeletor?
I just think there's something wrong with her. I just think she's anorexic. And
I
Was
don't
she-
want bones.
Did she look like that before, like Ozzy passed, or was that post?
yeah, I mean, she was getting to that point,
Mhm.
and she was like almost there. I just think it's like whatever she's taking just continuously losing weight. So like it's Ozempic or one of those kind of like drugs or something else. God knows what all she's taking.
I mean,
But,
of course,
like,
we'll never really know, but I've seen people say like it's because of what happened with Ozzy. Like she's not coping well, basically. She's
I
taking
don't,
something, but I don't know if that's it though.
I mean, I suppose that could be true, but also at the same time, like you have to be doing something else to lose that much weight, man. Like I
I don't
get
even
really,
understand the Ozempic thing. Like that is not healthy. Like you're not. You have to actually have nutrients, work out. Like just take Ozempic. It's not this end all be all cure. But people take it like cough syrup and
yeah. Well, you know the thing about Ozempic and all those whatever they call GPL1 or GLP1 or whatever those things are called is they don't just get rid of fat; they get rid of muscle. So you fucking look like that, and you can't regrow your muscle or your fat after a certain point of taking that shit. So then you're just kind of like,
Seriously,
that.
how the fuck does that work?
You got me, man. Like that's why I don't ever want to fuck with that stuff because like I'm really confused about how that does work.
Hmm.
But you lose just way too much weight way too quickly, and your body, like the muscles in your cheeks and things like that, never really like reform like that. So you end up with that face, the Ozempic face.
God
Um,
damn.
So but yeah, the amount of weight that she's lost at this point is freaking insane. And I really do feel like that within a year, if she doesn't do something, she'll die.
Well, whatever it is, I hope she pulls through it because that's terrifying. Like when she came out with Sharon, I was just in shock. I couldn't even believe. Like, I mean, I know how she looked like a few months ago, and it
Yeah.
wasn't great. But like, it seems like it's how much worse can it get? You know?
Well, okay, I'll give you another example of this too. Look at Ariana Grande and that Cynthia
Oh, shit.
Erivo.
Yeah.
Like they look exactly the same, just not to. Well, Ariana Grande's almost to that point of like Kelly Osbourne, where she was like, you know, when they did that last movie. It's just they're taking that shit and they're just becoming skeletons, like literal walking skeletons.
yeah, if I can see your ribs,
Yeah.
gone too far.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh god, the woke creepy Kentuckian is back. Worst wrestling writer, Vince Russo or Brian Garrett? Hint, it's Brian Garrett. Speaking of which, did you see the news about Road Dogg?
Yes.
So somebody posted something about that. The when I woke up this morning, they had like a story on what's the dude's name? Rambo. We watch him all the time. The guy that does the thing with Stevie.
James.
James.
Romero.
Yeah. So they had a story about it, and that's what I watched. And it was like that he had quit. But I saw something in this that just said that like he was fired because it was part of another writer's contract that he be fired. I don't see them doing that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know about that last part. That sounds pretty weird. But hasn't he dropped out of the position a couple times?
Yeah, he quit and went to like I think he went to AEW at one point or TNA or one of those companies. And then came back.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a different role though. He wasn't a writer, and then eventually came back to be the writer again. Got me, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, if Nipple H is yelling at you like he did when what was that? What's his name? He got fired and then he came back again, shaved his head. He's black. What's his name? The wrestler.
I fired, left, shaved his head.
Oh, you're talking about R-Truth?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
the whole argument they had with each other.
yeah, about
Him
and pushing him and
he's
all
like,
that.
"Oh,
Yeah.
we should do this," and then Triple H is like, "No, you need to not do this," and like talking down to him, like he's never been a wrestler.
Dude, that company's in some bad fucking shape right now. Like, it really is. I mean, the idea that I think the last thing that I really heard was he quit because he didn't like where the direction of the company was going. And like that, they said something like, a lot of the wrestlers that he knew, they were treating him really bad. I completely believe that. Like, because I don't like the direction that it's gone. Like, I don't even watch it anymore. And like, just the stuff that I see from time to time, it's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, this is never going to come back at this point. If they don't do something soon, they're never getting these people back that used to watch wrestling, because they have just
They're doing something they're doing in Saudi Arabia.
yeah, that's going to help. That'll put asses in seats.
I mean, I've seen a clip of him talking about like how he gets very emotionally invested in what's going on, and he tries not to, but it's just sort of inevitable that he does because he cares so much about wrestling and the product. And so, I mean, maybe that was part of it. Like maybe he got too emotionally invested in what was going on and what he was creating, I guess, on SmackDown. I think he was head writer over there. So that could be it too. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, I think he'll probably come back at some point. I mean, he's left and come back so many times to WWE.
I mean, I forgot his name, but in a way, unintentionally, I did it subconsciously because R-Truth, I think, was capable of being a good wrestler, a good performer. And then that was like the one thing in like a decade where you had a little bit of steam behind them, and then they completely snuffed it out for no reason, did absolutely nothing. And I'm like, well, that right there, you have something in your hands, literally given to you, and for no reason. I'm not saying he's going to have like a 5-year run as a top guy, but like they did absolutely nothing. And that's like one perfect example. If you have something given to them, you just throw it away. And I've seen matches with him and other companies like not TNA and such. When he was more of a villain character, he could do some stuff. He was still agile more than half these guys who can't do shit. Like the one guy who just has an entrance and fucks up everything. Ooh, you know, where the hell the fucking name is, the
Jey Uso.
James. Oh, yeah.
Like R-Truth has screwed up less than that guy has. But yeah, I
Well,
mean,
if I told you everything I hate about wrestling right now, this show would be like 4 hours long, to be honest. Like, there's so
write
many
that down
things.
for a show one day then.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many fucking bad things right now. And like you said, they had a moment in time where they could have turned that whole thing around and made it into like it could have lasted forever and got a bunch of new fans and things like that. Because after all that Vince stuff happened, they had all this goodwill from the fans and like everybody had tuned back in. They had all the stuff with The Rock that was going on and all that. And like they had everything set up, and it's just like slowly over time. And I tell you when it started for me was when they did that John Cena retirement angle, man. Like that's when I saw the wheels just fall the fuck off of that whole thing. And then ever since then, progressively, it's just been worse and worse and worse. And just like it to the point now where to me, it's just unwatchable. And yes, Triple H fucking does suck at creative. Like,
Well, see, that's with him. Like, it seems like he got burnt out. I know he'd never publicly admit that, but there was a point in time, and Uncle Bill, I don't know if you watched the NXT Black and Gold brand era, that whole era of wrestling.
no,
Okay,
I never did really watch that show. No.
So watching it from like the FCW, the later days of FCW, when it actually turned into NXT and he was running everything down there, he was on fire. I think he was really, really good creatively speaking. So much so that that's what everybody said, that NXT was way better than Raw and SmackDown and any of the shit that Vince is booking. And now it's like he comes up and it just seems like after you were mentioning the Rock thing and the stuff with Cody, like he's sort of blown his load, kind of, you know, for lack of a better term. And then I have to think about the people around him because it's not just one guy doing creative. It's still a creative team. You take out Vince, who's the head of creative, and then you put Triple H in, but then you still got all these fucking old guys who, like Michael Hayes and all those guys, like, why are they still there? So
That's a
to
great
me, I think
question.
you need to get rid of a lot of those guys too.
Bruce Pritchard,
Bruce
Michael
Pritchard, I fucking
Hayes.
can't stand Bruce Pritchard.
they both need to fucking be gone.
Yeah, and they
And
got
it's like-
way too much power. And go ahead, sorry.
I just can't figure out why they're still there. Like they're
Yeah.
not in any way like connected with what modern wrestling fans want. They keep having horrible ideas that people keep for some reason listening to. Bruce Pritchard treats people like shit, and he always has. He's always been a scumbag, and everybody's always known that. And like, I don't know why they keep him around.
Mhm.
They do. Carter says they don't do storylines, they placate to Reddit wrestling virgins. They definitely don't do storylines. But I mean, honest to God, though, wrestling right now is probably the worst I've ever seen it. And like that's saying a lot because it's gone through a lot of horrible eras over the years.
Well, at least you got Danhausen in WWE now, Uncle Bill. He's gonna
Well-
save everything.
I actually like Danhausen, but nobody that's never going to work there. They're not going to. I mean,
You watch Insane Clown Posses,
yeah.
JCW. You watch that. Speaking of Vince Russo, you can watch that one,
Yeah, he's booking the show.
and no one's watching.
Somebody
No, I
said,
mean seriously, Mark. Have you watched one episode of Juggalo Wrestling, whatever it's called?
I've seen like shorts of it online, but I've never sat down to watch a full show. No.
Who would?
Juggalo members, I guess.
What did Vince Russo write like a tampon wrestler storyline or something?
Maybe I real that's one promotion I never keep up with.
Because that was the thing I remember Jim Cornette taught about, like when Vince Russo had the ideas, like one female wrestler was like always on her period, so that's why she was always pissed. And the
I remember that. Yeah.
I forget what it was called, the something lead or something.
You remember PMS back in the WWF days, the Attitude Era?
What was it stand for? Pretty
Pretty
mean
Mean
sisters.
Sisters.
Seriously, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
That was a faction there for like a couple of months, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty Mean Sisters. Listen,
It's how long?
you know what? Vince had some horrible ideas. I don't think anybody's going to argue with that. And he's a horrible person in general, I think. But in terms of booking, he's also pretty bad at that too, now that I think about it. But I feel like at least he had like a better idea of what to do with that company. I don't think that Triple H has not one single fucking clue what to do at this point.
What about Brian Wirtz?
I don't think any of them. I mean,
You
Thank
think he's
you.
any worse than Russo?
no,
I
there's
don't know
nobody
who he
worse.
is.
There's nobody worse than fucking Russo, man. In my opinion.
I don't know who Gerwitz is, so
Mostly did ruthless aggression era stuff.
but yeah, I didn't watch that shit.
Yeah. All your favorites in there, Rambo. Cena.
Oh yeah,
Batista.
I hate Cena. That's when I left.
Deacon Batista. That was the Deacon Batista era.
Come out there with his collection plate box.
Yeah. Had so many bad fucking gimmicks.
I can understand though. I do miss the days of Judy Bagwell on a forklift.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, I'll take that stupidity over AEW 85 flips, and then they break 5 of their bones, and then nothing matters.
Snapping bones and shit.
The orange
Sadly,
juice
that's
matches.
what happens
yeah.
half the time. And it's like, it doesn't matter because they do like 85 Canadian destroyers, and then they get back up 5 seconds, and then nothing mattered. And I'm like, okay, this is like a video game I'm not getting to play.
Yeah,
I'll
pretty
just
much.
watch old Bret Hart ones.
Dude, listen, I love Bret Hart, but have you seen those videos of that guy that's just like on Instagram? He's just doing like Bret Hart promo things, but he's doing like the Bret Hart of today, and it's just him like Bret Hart orders an ice cream, or Bret
No.
Hart like you haven't
No.
seen that yet?
Is that on
Holy
Instagram? Or?
shit. It's on Instagram. That's where I see it anyway. I'm sure it's on like YouTube and other shit. But it's just he does an amazing Bret Hart of today, like impersonation. But he's always talking about something. It's just something normal, and then it always winds back around to like Eric Bischoff or Goldberg or Hulk Hogan or something. He's like, "You've got to see it. I'll send you that like after this."
okay.
It's
That's
just this.
hilarious.
That's all this guy does on Instagram, and he's dressed in like the Hart Foundation like singlet or whatever, and he's got like a leather jacket on, the hair, and he just cuts like these ridiculous Bret Hart promos, but it always ends with him being like, "Then it turned out it was that piece of trash Goldberg," or it'll be like, "There was that idiot Eric Bischoff." Like,
That's my favorite Bret Hart. Yeah. I know I'm alone in this. I love bitter Bret Hart. I love
I do too. That's what makes this impersonation so great. Let's see. Gerwich is so much worse than Russo. Katie Vick, Snitsky punting a baby. Snitsky punting a baby was great. Heidenreich graping Michael Cole. Edge and Lita's like, yeah.
It's fucking terrible shit he came up with. Yeah.
I guess
Yeah, I
some would
wouldn't
argue
disagree.
at least we still remember those, and you remember nothing about today, like any storyline much of today, or any moments.
There's
Yeah,
yeah, it's a lot more few and far between in terms of moments. That's for sure.
I mean, unless someone's hurt, I can't tell you recent wrestling moments.
I mean, I can tell
Sadly.
you a couple of them, like the Cena heel turn. That was a big
For how
one.
bad it was. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when he actually first turned, that
Oh.
was actually halfway decent when he kicked him.
Yeah, when he did it, yeah, it looked
But
great.
the rest of it was pure trash.
Right.
Like, I
Yeah.
mean, that's the weird thing, man. I've never been able to figure that out with that particular angle too. That was like one of the best starts to an angle ever, probably. And they couldn't have fucked that up anymore if they they could have got like a 6-year-old kid and they would have done a better job. Just do not understand like how you fuck that up that bad.
Well, then it's still with The Rock not wanting to come back and do anything.
Who knows though? Like that was like a big part of it. Like
Yeah.
there's not a part of me that believes, by the way, that he wasn't originally supposed to be a part of that storyline, like all the way through that. And for some reason, he just decided he didn't either want to do it or something happened. I don't know. We may never know. But
Well,
like,
you certainly can't substitute him for Travis Scott, who was the guy who ends up coming out at the next pay-per-view after the heel turn to help Cena.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? There's some 6'2", lanky, 110-pound guy.
yeah, Cody Cena, one of the worst WrestleMania main events ever.
Maybe The Rock forgot. I mean, he forgets where he goes to eat. So maybe he forgot I went to this place the first time, as I say it 3 times. This is the first time I've been here.
He actually does that every single time. You're right. Yeah. Like Five Guys or something. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is my first time eating. 2 years ago. This is my first time eating here.
A lot of people compared this angle to the Danhausen angle, how bad it went over, the gobbledygooker thing. I don't think it was that bad. but it definitely wasn't good.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I'm assuming they didn't know who he was. Bless you.
I mean, that there's been reports of something like that, but then I've seen conflicting reports where they said like they did know who he was, but they just didn't like the fact that he showed up with a bunch of chicks with face paint, and then like there was some shitty. I can't even call it pyro. It's like a puff of smoke, and then he leaves.
Well, yeah,
There's a lot of buildup
so-
for nothing.
he initially got like a cheer, I think, and then when they went down to the ring, like he got booed.
Right.
Which probably has something to do with the fact that the whole box angle and all that shit. And I think really they thought it was going to be Jericho. Like that's what I think.
Mm.
Like they were hyping it up like it was some huge deal. And I think that's what the people thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. That's probably what it was. I mean, I definitely didn't think it was Danhausen. I just because of where the product is, and like it's just like how does that character fit? You know what I mean? So
Let me tell you something though. I don't give a fuck about Jericho. Like that's one guy that if they brought him in, like that would only make things worse for me. It'd make me want to like watch less. Jesus Christ. Like I can't believe anybody at this point would give a shit about Jericho, honestly.
Is it because of how he was in AEW? Or
He just needs to retire. He's got big show heat at this point. It's like nobody wants to see him. The gimmick has gotten old and he's tried to reinvent it 37 times, and it's just the whole persona just needs to go away for a while. And he never went away. That was a problem too. Like he never quit. He just always just continued with AEW, and it just got old. He got old and the gimmick got old.
he sucked dick in AEW,
Yeah, he did.
swimming in fucking orange juice or diving into
Big
titty, platforms that you saw the trampoline pretty much underneath or whatever. It's just-
yeah,
Did he put into like that? But not a shark, but like some. Was it him or someone else? Like a water tank or something? I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
it
that was the was that the Nick Gage or what's that guy's name? Nick he had like
the
a death,
bank addicted.
he had like a death match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bank addicted drug
Yeah.
rob.
And then he got put through like a fish tank. I think that was him, wasn't it? Or maybe that
I
was
Oh
think
yeah,
so.
and then the whole little Domino's pizza. Pizza
Anyway.
cutter.
Oh my god. Yeah, they had Domino's pizza right when he was using a fucking pizza cutter on somebody. That was so cool.
Because that's what you need in a wrestling match. You need a pizza cutter.
I bet they were
I'll
so
sell.
pissed off about that. Like,
yeah. Man.
but anyway, I say all that to tell you that wrestling sucks nowadays, just across the board.
Yeah.
Sad.
Fuck Jericho.
So, Mark, I want you to like tell us how they're going to turn it around. You watch more wrestling than both of us combined. So, what do
Yeah.
you think?
Mhm. Are we talking about AEW or just wrestling in general?
Just wrestling in general at this point, like they're both kind of screwed.
how they're going to turn it around?
Yeah, how if you were to book it,
Hmm.
how do you turn it around?
Well, that would take way too long to answer because there's just so many issues up and down the card and the
Yeah.
roster.
How about just WWE? You're looking up Triple H's big nose. You're counting the nose hairs. You gotta tell him 3 things he needs to do to fix this.
He's like,
At
Mark,
least
I
on the
need
right
your
track."
help.
an emphasis on character development as well as pushing the younger talent.
You do. You see what they're doing with LA Knight?
Yeah. And that guy's like, shit, he's going on 40 at this point. They ain't got much time left for him. Yeah, emphasis on storylines, character development. Basically the opposite of what they're doing right now. That's the short answer. Put it that way. I mean, because production value and all that other stuff, like when they make video packages and stages and entrance pyro setup, all that stuff, they're great at that. That's never been a problem. But the creative, yeah, it needs a shot in the arm and probably in both arms.
He just call you stupid and say everything's great.
I think they need to fire everybody on that damn writing staff, first of all.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't have a writing staff. Go back to the old days of just you and you. You go
Nope.
over.
That would be great, but nobody can do that now. Like, I mean, they're just not talented.
We
Maybe
need
like somebody like LA Knight could. But here's the thing: anytime anybody like that gets over, they hate them for some reason. I've never understood it, but like if somebody just organically gets over, they always fucking bury him. Look at Chelsea Green; that's a prime example. Look at fucking LA Knight. Like if they're not supposed to get over and they do, they always fucking bury him.
They just let their them being over just fizzle out. And then those people just become another person on the roster. I'm still surprised LA Knight's as over as he is.
Yeah, me too now, because I mean they haven't done anything with him in forever.
It's like Dolph Ziggler.
Poor old Dolph Ziggler. God damn.
I mean, nothing
Talented
happened,
guy, but
ultimately.
yeah.
Could have been like the new Mr. Perfect.
You could do, instead of doing that show Unreal, WWE Unreal, they could just call it WWE's Missed Opportunities, and you could have an entire series on all the shit that they could have done, but they didn't do.
That's true. You could make a Keel and just make it a series like that.
Yeah.
Just call it WWE Sucks.
WWE What If.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. So I guess we should actually get to the main part of our show. But before we do, Guido Hinkle has a question. I was going to bring this up anyway. The McDonald's CEO. I know y'all have had to see this.
No, I didn't.
Holy shit, you didn't see this?
I didn't see
No,
it.
I'm not up on my McDonald's news.
All right. So I might be able to show it on here, but every time I try to show anything on YouTube, we end up getting some sort of fucking bullshit. So I'm not even gonna try. But okay, it was a video of the McDonald's CEO, and they put out this new like the big arch or the arch something, like I don't know, something like that. The new sandwich there, and they were like trying to make it into a big deal of him, you know, coming out and eating it and saying he was going to have it for his lunch and how good of a sandwich it was. So this guy comes out. Number one, he looks like he's a vegan. He looks like he weighs about 120 pounds. You can tell he does not eat McDonald's on any kind of basis ever. And he's also the nerdiest looking son of a bitch you've ever seen in your life. Number two, he keeps calling the burger the product. He doesn't call it a hamburger. He just like, here's our, you know, this product, here's our new product or whatever. This product looks good or something like that. Then when he gets to the point where he actually is going to take a bite out of it, he takes genuinely the smallest bite I've ever seen anybody take of a sandwich, to the point where it was like, you know, he thought he was going to be poisoned or something by it if he ate it. And people were just giving him tons of shit online. It went viral, like people making fun of him, making fun of the whole thing. And then like all these other fucking burger companies started coming in and doing their own videos, like, you know, where they're actually eating the burger and stuff, and be like, you know, this guy's a pussy. Basically was the gist of it. It is funny to watch, because you could tell that guy, like, he never had anything from McDonald's. Like,
No. It literally just ate the side of the bread.
he did. He did. He just looked like he nibbled like a little bit off the side of it.
He like got the bread and the lettuce.
Yep. You just know he spit that out like immediately after like they cut. It's like that fucking scene in The Simpsons where he's trying to eat the nuclear fish or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, there's this big burger war thing going on now with all these CEOs coming out of the woodwork, eating their own hamburgers and shit.
Yeah, I think someone like that, they probably would send it to other people to double check to see if this is viable to upload, and no one had the guts to say may want to do another take, may want to go a different way.
That's the weirdest part about it is that somebody watched it and they were like, "This is good. We're gonna put this up. Like, this is a good idea." And like nobody thought anything about it, which is bizarre because like pretty much immediately when you watch it, you realize how stupid it is.
I can only assume like maybe they were, because you said this guy was like the head CEO, or
Yeah, he was the CEO of McDonald's.
so they're probably afraid if we say something, we'll get in trouble, we'll get fired.
Probably nobody had the balls to just be like, "Dude, this is not good. Like, you need to rethink this." He probably thought it was amazing.
To be honest, I looked at that sandwich. I probably would not have bid into it either. It didn't look that good to me, but I like McDonald's. But I could deal with the burgers. If I'm in a burger mood, I'd rather get Burger King. If I'm in a burger mood,
I would too.
chicken.
I feel like that they're vastly superior. Like, couldn't even tell you the last time I ate a fucking McDonald's hamburger, dude. But like, I know if I was the CEO of McDonald's, I wouldn't act like it fucking was radioactive when I was being filmed. Even I know that much. Jesus. So Preston has asked this question about 15 times. I have no idea what he's talking about. What happened to 30-year-old is in physical media debt?
He's talking about the lady and spent all her money on the movies.
Oh, movies with Suzanne? I don't know.
Maybe.
I haven't watched that shit in forever. That was really the only gimmick for watching it was that she was in debt. I'm sure she's still in debt. She's probably buying more shit. Who knows?
I think because like West did the long ago that short. I think it was like Phantasma reacting to me, calling her an idiot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Something like that. Because she is.
She's fine.
fucking moron.
There ain't nothing wrong with her. You leave her alone.
Okay. All right.
Shit, she's got her shit together now, Rambo. I'm sure.
I hope so.
Nothing wrong.
Or she'll take the movies and build a house with it.
She'll have to build a house. She'll be fucking homeless if she keeps it up.
That's what I mean. She won't have it. She'll have to use the
Yep.
movies for shelter. So
She'll build a Blu-ray RV.
make a TP of DVD Blu-ray cases.
Oh Christ! All right. Let's talk about mid-carders. Are you ready? So the premise of this show is pretty simple. Like what we're gonna do. Mid-card directors. These are directors that never really made the A-list, so it's not like Carpenter, Craven, Romero, those kind of guys. These are guys that made some good films, but just didn't ever establish that level of fame in the genre. And since we did a tier list last night, we're going to be doing basically just a deep dive into 3 of these guys. And I think I'll bring it up on the screen because it's just easier to do. I'll bring their films up on the screen anyway.
Cool.
It's easier to do it this way. So we will start with your boy. This guy had a hell of a start, like right out of the gate. I'm gonna be honest. Stuart Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I remember, like Stuart Gordon was really into theater before he was a director. He owned a company at one point in time. I don't remember if it was like before or after he started directing, but he was really big into like, creating plays and theater and stuff like that, which explains a lot of like, I think where the success comes from. But guess what? His very first feature film that he made, I'm going to just bring up the wiki page here. Very first one make this a little bit bigger, was Reanimator,
Yeah.
which is crazy. 1985. He writes and directs Reanimator,
Mhm.
which is probably like one of the best. I don't know what you call that, like independent, low budget horror films ever made. Like it's right up there with like Evil Dead,
Yeah.
Phantasm, different stuff like that. Then he goes the next year and makes From
That's a great
Beyond.
idea that does not rip off Psycho.
Fuck. Every time I watch that movie, man, I'm just like, how the hell? How did they? There had to be something. Somebody got paid off. There had to be. There's no way. You can't listen to that shit.
I don't know. I just maybe it's like the people they didn't see Reanimator at that time, so they didn't notice, or that would have had an issue or problem with. Maybe it's just enough under the radar that was able to skirt the issue. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you guys calling Richard Band a hack?
Yeah, 100%. The dude, I mean, I'm convinced he just like listened to the on repeat the Psycho theme and just was like, how much can I change this and not get my ass suit off? Reanimator's great mostly because of Jeffrey Combs and I mean Barbara Crampton's great looking in it, but it's mostly Jeffrey Combs and David Gale. Like that's the reason why that movie works the way that it does.
Most definitely, they did a good job. Jeffrey Combs definitely had a nice personality to his character. He's not really a good guy, and he's not really a bad guy. Interesting mix of both. And it did some good makeup effects, some good gore. Nice wild sense of humor that worked well in that time period, where it was a time period you could have more crazy, wild ideas of movies and work. When they try to do that nowadays, it's something very low budget and very stupid, like, if not low budget, stupid, like Cocaine Bear or some other stupid stuff.
Yep.
But back then, you could have a zany idea, but it's not that it took it seriously, but it was crafted well, or at least well enough that the wilds, I mean, the head given head, I guess that's the best way to put it. Like, that's a crazy idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they thought, like, what is the craziest shit we could do with this idea that would really get people's attention? And they did it. And you just would never, ever see that now. There's no way anybody would do that shit now unless you were just, like, absolutely off the grid completely.
And I don't think they ever needed sequels. That's just
No.
my thoughts.
Well, you know, we talked about Bride of Reanimator in the tier ranking and everything.
Yeah.
It's okay, but
Yeah.
like it's not. There's no need for it. You're right. Like, and it really doesn't do anything. It doesn't help the story or progress anything really.
The one thing I think Bride does have that you guys didn't mention that's also in the first one is the chemistry that Bruce Abbott and Jeffrey Combs have, because it's not the most important thing in the movie, but I always like that, and that's part of why I can actually get through Bride. That's one of the reasons I think it's still kind of fun, because I get those two characters back on screen again. I love the idea that he's sort of the guy that's trying to play everything straightforward and do the right thing, but then he keeps sort of getting sucked back in by Jeffrey Combs. So I always thought that was fun.
But Mark, is there a homoerotic tendency between those two characters? I'm trying to tell like those fucks from In Search of, like.
No,
What did they say that?
Nope, I'm assuming they would. It's just-
They
it's like something
definitely
they say.
strike me as somebody that would say that too and try to make that into.
I'm
a
just
thing.
It's-
assuming.
As soon as you said that question, I'm like, where's he going with this? Like,
Mhm.
it's not the
I'm just
Rambo I
assuming
know.
they would say something like that. I haven't watched most of them.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a funny relationship those two have on screen. It's a fun time for me.
What do
Fun
y'all feel
stuff, yeah.
about? Because we've talked about Reanimator before. What do you feel about From Beyond, which was the next movie that he made, which was another like Lovecraft adaptation? Not as many people are familiar with this movie. It is fucking batshit crazy. Even it might be crazier than Reanimator, really, with the whole premise of it, and like little gland coming out and everything throughout the movie. I always
Yeah.
liked it. I thought it's a fucking wild movie.
Yeah, it's that's what I was just thinking. Like, it's a wild like ride of just crazy makeup effects, and Combs sort of going even more off the deep end with his character in a way. Of course, Crampton.
I think they
Her choice of wardrobe was my
Yeah.
favorite part.
I think they basically just set that up just so she would have to do that. Like
I'm not
They
mad at
based
him
that-
for it.
they based that whole movie and that side plot on just getting her into those clothes. I think.
Yeah.
It's so wild. Kim Forey's in that movie too. Kim Forey's been in the weirdest fucking movies. He just does not fit in. That one, Leatherface, Death Spa. He's just it's such a weird filmography that guy's got. If you were to
He's
look
Joe
at
Grizzly.
Black
Big
Santa's
Joe.
Revenge,
it, yeah.
which is a real
Oh.
film.
One of my favorites, though, that never ever gets mentioned anymore, and I always forget that Stuart Gordon even directed it, was Dolls from '87, which is a great killer doll movie. It's
Mhm.
actually genuinely kind of like it's one of those Empire movies. I'm pretty sure it's genuinely unsettling and fun at the same time. Like only he can do that type of movie, really. But I remember like a couple goes to this little house, end up like spending the night there, and like it's run by this older guy who creates all these dolls. Dolls come to life, attack everybody. There's all kinds of different dolls, all almost like Puppet Master. It's just a
But-
really weird movie.
They're sort of like killing, like, I mean, because like they don't kill the little girl, but
Right.
like
They kill bad people mostly, if I
people,
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's doing drugs or something, and somebody's like, it's one of those type of things where then they go out and just kill everybody.
right.
Oh, I love that movie though. It was unavailable for a long time, by the way, until they put out that Arrow set.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of, and not to go off on too bit of a tangent, but they do have that volume 2 coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And, did they ever announce the titles?
Not that I know of. I would hope I would know too.
Typically, like the cover is kind of like a clue. If we have some time at the end, maybe we could,
Yeah, we look it
Yeah.
up.
look at the cover.
Just
maybe.
remind me because you
check.
know I ain't gonna fucking remember.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He wrote the story, not the screenplay, but the story for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, which I also always forget that fact. Which probably is the thing that made him the most money, if I was to guess. Like of anything on this list.
Mhm.
Definitely.
And then he did Robot Jocks, which I actually watched because it's part of that Empire set too.
The
Mhm.
film sucks.
It film really does suck. There's another movie in that set that's like this, basically the same thing. That's a lot better B movie. It's called Arena.
Mhm.
Mm.
It's a similar kind of movie, but I think it's a lot better. I'm not sure what happened with Robot Jocks.
Well, he broke away from Yezna and I guess I'll call them the Band Brothers.
the band of brothers.
Yeah. And that was kind of like the first one where he seemed to move away from working with them a little bit. And yeah, and maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. It's just that's a weird film, man. Like I never got into it either.
Yep.
Well, first off, Psycho Hobo, we got a super chat from him talking about From Beyond.
He says, I'm late because of work, but I love From Beyond. Buster Gordon has some of the best effects for an 80s movie. Yep. It was
would
really
agree.
good.
I
Eye
would
sucking your brain out through your eyeball.
And going through this, I do like dolls. I do I remember the cover being striking.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds dumb. I was actually surprised the cover was in the movie. Because a lot of them, they'll have something cool on the cover, but it's never in the film because it's there just to get people's attention. But when it actually occurred, like that was kind of like a fun little thrill. And I liked the friendship between the older guy and the little girl. That was a nice friendship. And yeah, that's a good one. That's, I think, one of my favorite, probably top 3 Stuart Gordon films. Robot Jots, though, I think that's a film. We talked about this before of like a film that could use a remake. I think Robot Jots is one that could use a remake.
Yeah.
Because
Robot Jocks is basically a live action version of fucking Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
yeah.
That's what I think they were going for.
Yeah, and then you had like kind of these Japanese anime, like kind of that robots fighting each other and these people in different countries.
Yep.
I mean, the ending sucks because, like, for example, the bad guy that like murdered all these people, and the good guy's like, "I'm not gonna kill you, hey." And they shake hands and then they give like a stupid salute. It's like, yeah, I'm glad you murdered all those people. Right.
Bubby.
We got a thumbs up. Now stick up your ass. It's like this guy just murdered a bunch of people. You let him go and give him a thumbs up. Fuck him. Like, what the fuck? What kind of ending is this for your action movie? That'd be like at the end of Commando of he got the Bennett. It's like, you're not out of Steve Bennett. Let's go have a little milkshake together.
Yeah, let's go have a drink.
Let's go have
That's
some
it.
beer and feed it some more ice cream.
Look at me,
One
Elisa
minute.
Milano.
Go take your little Fred Mercury vest and go with me.
With a carry a log all the way through this forest.
Go with me with my daughter to look at some deer. It'd be stupid. It just, come on. Like, stuff like that was just really lame. Like, it needed Mark Lester, like the guy who made Command, like that kind of guy to do an action film. And he would do a better action film coming up in Fortress. Like, that was much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because I know like you guys are big fans of that movie too. He was the
Oh,
director
yeah.
of Fortress. Yeah. What are your thoughts about that movie? Because not a lot of people probably know about that movie.
For me, it's my personal favorite. I mean, I like horror, but action is more my genre. And that with Christopher Lambert, Jeffrey Combs is in that as well.
Tom Tulls,
Kurtwood Smith.
Kurtwood Smith is like the prison warden guy who's the perfect heel, as always.
That film is what I wanted when Stallone and Schwarzenegger did that film Escape Plan. I wanted to be like this movie. Because I remember seeing the trailer and you had like people like these visors on that look like robots, but not real. But that one is like there's some good surprising gore in it. The Stuart Gordon was able to bring a little bit from his horror background. There's some good action set pieces. The whole giant vehicle, and he's got the big machine gun that you kind of want from an 80s style movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun film. I don't even think it has a Blu-ray much in the US. I don't think.
No.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's dying for a re-release. It could use it. I think. Well, the only one that I have is the German Blu-ray, and again, quality's good on it, but like it needs a Region 1 release. It definitely deserves it. Very underrated film of his.
And the setup for those who have never seen the film, long story short, takes place in the future. You're only allowed to give birth to, I believe, one kid. But what happens? Christopher Lambert and his lady, their kid had died. They had a second kid. That's against the law. They're caught. They're put into this futuristic prison. We have prisoners like Jeffrey Combs and others. And then it's pretty much Christopher Lambert trying to get out while Kurtwood Smith is backing on Lambert's wife. And then you have some sci-fi stuff, some little twists later on that won't give away. But yeah, if you like action films, and I mean, I know you're not big on Christopher Lambert. I never minded him. I liked him in Mortal Kombat. I liked him in this. I like him in. I don't mind him. He's not like Al Pacino or Gene Hackman for actors, but I don't mind him. Like Highlander, I don't mind him if he's utilized the right way.
Yeah, and I think Combs is in it throughout pretty much. He's sort of like the sidekick,
Like nerdy tech guy,
yeah, the tech guy
long
that
hair, glasses.
he makes friends with, and like that's their whole thing is them, trying to figure out the ins and outs of the prison or the fortress, if I'm gonna call it that. And then Tom Towles' character he's as batshit crazy as you'd think he'd be. Trying to, how should I say this, impose his will on men in prison is sort of his gimmick. That's a nice way of saying that.
So that would be Fortress from 1992. I didn't realize that movie was made in 92.
Yeah.
93, he writes but doesn't direct Body Snatchers. Is that the Abel Ferrara fucking Body Snatchers?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking hell. Okay. Let's skip that.
The best
19
Snatchers film.
I'm going to act like that you didn't say that. 1995.
I saw you listening.
La 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 la. Can't hear
great.
you, Rambo.
It's the best Snatchers
I
film.
don't know what you're saying. Okay.
You like the invasion of Nicole Kidman, I guess.
1995. He does an amazing film that nobody saw called Castle Freak, which I love. Has some great special effects in it and some just fucking genuinely unsettling scenes that involve like the Castle Freak and a woman. Just insane stuff that you would expect from somebody that did Reanimator. Really like that movie. Always have liked that movie. And it might be the last really good or great movie that I think that he did. There's another one in the 2000s that's I think is okay, but I always really liked Castle Freak. I guess I should say directed because he apparently wrote like a lot of movies. Then he writes The Dentist with Corbin Burnson.
Classic.
Yeah, doesn't direct that one. Directs Space Truckers. I have not seen that movie.
It's not great. Interesting because it got Dennis Hopper and Steven Dorff. I forget the lady's name. I've seen her in stuff.
Debbie Mazar, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think George Wendt is in it for a bit. It tries to be
Briefly, yeah.
comedic, and the title tells you the story. That was definitely in the tail end of Stuart Gordon. It wasn't that great.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in forever. I barely remember that one.
Like the effects weren't that great, and
For some reason, I just know you've seen Robo Warriors, though, Rambo. Which would have been, I guess, a sequel to Robot Jocks.
no, I don't think I saw
No?
that.
Well, then nobody's seen it if you ain't seen it.
Yeah,
So we'll just fucking
it's
skip
the
that one.
second or third one. Yeah.
Robo Warrior. I'm sorry, I missed out Robo Warriors. What did I say? Maybe after Robot Johnson, like
How dare you?
after Robot
Then-
Johnson, I'll get away from him and Robo.
I guess the next thing that he actually does would be the Wonderful Ice Cream Suite, which I got no fucking idea what that is in 1990.
Oh, that I saw.
Of course you did. Of course you fucking saw that.
It was a request. It's based on I think a play. It's more like a drama. It's got crazy cast like Edward James Olmos and like this group of people, and they like this suit, this white suit. So they all get together with money to buy the suit, and for one night, each of them's going to wear it like a few hours, and it shows how popular they are. It's like a musical. It's a comedy. I mean, the cast is interesting. I've never watched it again. But yeah, it is more of a family movie. Like it's not. It's completely different from these.
Very different. I didn't care for it personally, but
Yeah.
Everybody's just watching this movie. Everybody. God almighty.
I mean, I never rewatched it again, but I've seen much.
it was a Disney movie, so you'd have to go to Disney Plus probably to find it. I don't think anybody's going to do that. So
Rambo, you gonna go to Disney Plus for it?
No, it was on YouTube for free. Someone uploaded it,
no, okay, there
and
you go.
that's where I watched it. Because I never heard of it before too. Like the cover is, if you look at the cover, it's pretty. The cover kind of tells you what the movie is.
Yeah,
Yeah, Joe Mantegna.
Hold on, we can look at the cover. Like what? What?
Yeah, Edward James Olmos, Joe Mantegna, Isai Morales from I think La Bamba.
I think Clifton Collins is in there too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Then they all get together with money. They buy that suit, and each of them wear it. So like one is like using it to woo all the women down the hallway as he's playing guitar. Another's using it to speak to a group and
I mean,
back his political mindset.
looks like a
So bumless. I mean, a bum homeless guy, dirty as hell, and they don't want him to wear it because they're afraid he'll get it dirty.
it looks like he's radioactive.
Yeah.
It's like he just came out of like Hiroshima. That damn suit, just like lighting up on his own.
Like I say, that cover kind of tells you.
Joe Montana, God Almighty, that guy, Edward James Olmos. That's a classic.
Well, I had the request. I'm like, Stuart Gordon did this. It's so outside of the realm.
Yeah. All right, so he does the story for a couple movies, it looks like, but then the next thing he actually really does is 2001's Daggone Bulls. Daggone. That's what we say around here. Yeah, that movie is not very good.
Dog shit.
To be fair, like a lot of people know that movie because it doesn't have Jeffrey Combs in it again,
Yeah,
but it's not very good. King of the Ants. I didn't see that one. 2003. Deathbed. He's apparently produced a fucking some sort of remake of Deathbed. The next movie I remember that he did, this is such a bizarre movie, is Stuck. Do you remember 2007 Stuck? About the woman that like
I actually don't mind that film.
I don't either. That's the one I was thinking. Like I remember watching that when when Dead Pit was going on and reviewing it, and like I didn't mind that movie. It's a weird premise though, because the whole movie basically takes place around this idea that I think it's Mina Savari.
Yeah.
Hits this guy in her car, and he's stuck in the windshield, and she just runs around and does all this shit while he's still stuck in the wind. It's based on a true story. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
such a crazy freaking movie.
Yeah, that's what I liked. I liked the concept. The concept was different. Stephen Ray played the guy who was stuck in there. It was just interesting to see, like, when you're trapped in one location, what can you do to try to survive? Mina Savari at first is scared, but then kind of becomes the villain of the piece. Thought that was kind of an interesting transition. No, it was not a Lifetime movie. But I mean, considering other people and their last films,
Yeah.
that's actually not bad, in my opinion.
Oh, that's actually one of the better ones if you look at like all the other guys.
Yeah.
So looking at this filmography though, looking at like the stuff that he's made, if you were to rank him, you know, A to F kind of scale, where would you put him?
A to F. In general or in horror?
I guess we have to just go by horror.
By horror.
If it's by horror, I'd say B plus. I mean, or an A minus, somewhere around there. I mean, because Reanimator is just so, like, you know what I mean? Like that's one of those once in a career kind of movies. Like, there's nothing else like that. So I mean, to start out with something like that, that's pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, I completely agree. I was going to put him in B because, you know, while I don't think that like overall just the whole body of his work would be an A, I think that he's got like a couple movies in there that are A's that kind of balance out everything. So I put him in B.
Do you guys like King of the Ants or Edmund?
I don't know what the fuck King of the
Me,
Ants is.
no.
I've seen Edmund, but I don't remember it.
For both, Rambo, or which one?
King of the Ants I didn't care for.
Okay.
Edmund I don't remember.
It's God, that movie's so depressing by the time you get to the end of it.
No, Julia Stiles in it. It ain't worth a fuck.
It's not a bad film. I like the movie. I just don't want to revisit it very often because of what happens toward the end. But King of the Ants, it's okay. I mean, it's one of those asylum films. For an indie feature, I thought it could have been a lot worse. I don't mind it though. So yeah, counting like where he started and then where he ended up, I mean, you could definitely say it's a bit of a decline. But I mean, I've seen other directors' career go much further off a cliff than his with those last few films.
I agree with the B because like he started off strong. Not everybody does that. Like right out of the gate, Reanimator. Now some directors they're a one-hit pony, but he was able to follow up with other films that worked well, including I know it was that horror, but Fortress. Again, Stuck. I mean, you looked at Toby Hooper, some of his last films,
Oh God, let's
and other
not.
people. Like Stuck is better than a lot of those. And even the stuff he wrote, I mean, as a career, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids story and those characters, that's definitely a stamp on things. I like Body Snatchers, tough. Tough film to beat Uncle Bill, but Dib Apples. But I like The Dentist. He wrote that. So, I mean, his 90s were not as strong as his 80s, the films he directed. But, I mean, they could be a lot worse, too, compared to other directors. And he didn't direct a whole lot of the 90s.
No, but I think every one of those guys suffered in the 90s. Like all the big name directors and a lot of the mid-card guys suffered in the 90s. It just wasn't a good era for horror films in general, really. Or at least for creativity in horror films, for sure.
Have either one of you seen Daughter of Darkness?
No.
Maybe, but I don't remember anything about it. Where's this at?
It's his TV movie. It's Anthony Perkins.
No, I haven't seen that then.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that since I was young. I would like to check it out again, but I doubt it's on anything.
I would say you're right. So I think we all kind of agree with he was good. The B, maybe possibly, even higher than that. So up next, then, our second mid-carder for the night is going to be the man Larry Cohen. This is his. Now, Larry Cohen was kind of an entrepreneur in a way. Like, I mean, he was a writer, I think, first and foremost, and he wrote the majority of like everything that he directed. And and he was also really, really one of the pioneers of independent films too. And he had so many different. He was in so many different subgenres as well. Black exploitation, horror, fantasy, monster films. Like he was all over the place. He did all kinds of different things. Yeah, like Jack Paul Evans has a wild collection of films that really are kind of all over the place. As we talk about him, I think you'll see like what I mean too. So where do we start here? 72, he does a movie called Bone, which I do not know what the fuck that is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Has either one of y'all seen Bone?
I've heard of it. I think Yaphet Kotto stars in it.
Yeah, he's the
And-
lead.
Like a home invasion. Like
Yeah.
comes into this white couple. And I think him and the white woman bond.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely ahead of its time. And then the other ones, Black Caesar, Hell Up in Harlem, those are with
That's good. Yeah, that's when it really when I really start knowing
was it Fred the Hammer?
Yeah.
Fred the Hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those two movies are kind of like two of the bigger movies of that black exploitation
Mm-hmm.
whole explosion and stuff too. Both
Yeah,
of them are
utilized
great.
Fred Williamson well.
Yeah.
And Hell Up in Harlem, I think, was a little bit more action compared to Black Caesar, but they're kind of related, although it's weird because the character dies in Black Caesar, but yet he's not dead in the sequel, which is weird, but it's like
Yep.
they just try to lie to the audience or something. No, he didn't really die at the end. Say what? But they did the sequel, I guess.
So then he does probably arguably his most infamous film, 1974, It's Alive. A killer baby, mutant baby movie. It really did kind of spawn that whole genre of mutant fucking kid movies like that. And they made like several sequels to that movie.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about the trilogy?
The island of the It's Alive or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
That was a bit
can't.
much.
Yeah, that was a bit much. But the original is a really good film, I think, in terms of like just showing like how scary that is. Like childbirth, you don't know what's going to happen, and then like you kind of realize like all your fears with the idea of this little mutant baby that attacks.
What
And
the hell of an opening when it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's giving birth, and then next thing you know, there's like blood everywhere in the operation room, and you're just wondering, where's this movie going? Like, what the hell? Is that a common theme in the 70s to see that kind of startup for a story?
For some reason, the opening of that movie and the opening of Basket Case always reminded me of one another. They kind of look the same. They're real grimy, kind of grindhouse feel, and it's always like kind
Yeah,
of
I
about
could see that.
the doctors and everything. But yeah, it's got an opening that you won't forget.
And before we go on, one thing about this guy that I always enjoyed, Larry Cohen, is that number one, as we'll see, he always, not always, but a lot of times will make like interesting concepts or interesting setups for films.
Yeah,
That
really
that
creative,
hooks you
yeah.
in some way. And then a lot of these films, he has these really quirky characters that he gives some really interesting dialogue, especially with someone like Michael Moriarty, where there could be some really interesting characters. And when you watch films, like we'll get to like The Stuff or Q or even The Ambulance, it shows that with a low budget film, you can make it work if you work on your writing. If you make interesting characters, or they have like they say interesting stuff, that could go a long way,
Mhm.
which a lot of people that direct in streaming films films that go to Tubi, whatever, they just don't have a handle on. And the cheapest thing is a paper and a pen. And like Larry Cohen knew, at least to a point, that you have to have something interesting for the characters to say, to think, to gravitate towards, to make your film work. So again, a lot of these films we talked about are very low budget, but a lot of them can be memorable because of that aspect. And I'm just saying that's something that a lot of people either can't or don't do nowadays. And I think it's something they should learn from someone like Larry Cohen. And
I would agree. It's very much like he knew that, all right, I'm not going to have the biggest production value. I'm not going to be the AAA big Hollywood movie, but what I got characters, I got dialogue, and especially like you were talking about, concept. So high fun concept, stuff that you don't normally see, and very easily marketable, but with his own Larry Cohen spin on it.
Interestingly enough, there's a lot of guys in the 70s that started in the 70s that directed, wrote, produced their own movies. You don't really see that anymore to a large degree, but like that happened a lot, especially for independent directors too.
I mean, Lee Cronin doesn't do that.
Fuck, Lee Cronin. Jesus Christ. Bring that ass hat into this.
Well, hey, is Lee Cronin's The Mummy. He's a big
Yeah.
deal. This guy's
Yeah.
name in front of the movie now.
Yeah.
He's a big deal. It's Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Yeah, because when you see that, it just makes you want to go see that movie. When I see Lee Cronin's name on anything, I'm like, God damn, I gotta see that. God Told Me To. This is another interesting movie though, because it's got an interesting premise. I don't think it's a very good movie, but it's got an interesting premise, which is a detective is investigating like a series of murders by people that are saying that God told them to kill. And the reveal of that movie is fucking insane. Like what's actually going on.
Right.
But it's still not a very good movie in my opinion, but I don't know. A lot of people like it.
I haven't seen it in a while. I do remember liking it just because it was such an insane concept. I think that piqued my interest because I just see a lot of films that are so run of the mill.
Yeah. Definitely not that.
The ending, okay, I won't give it away, but the effects in it isn't the best. Like you tell the budget wasn't really set up for, I don't even know how to explain it without giving it away. When you find out what it is, what's going on, you do wish he had a bit of a bigger budget for that. But
Yeah.
it's like, is that what really? It's different.
Yeah, there's a little piece on the ending there that you definitely can't talk about.
It's okay.
I know what you're. Yeah, you
You can't do that now, boys.
no,
Can't talk about it anymore.
Not really. Interesting. It's definitely
very
one of the
interesting.
weirdest stories. I'll give it that.
Mm.
All right. So then God Told Me To, then The Private Files of J. Edgar Hoover. Has anybody seen that fucking movie?
Mm-mm.
No, we don't have to talk about that. Okay. Then 1978, It Lives Again. Some bitch. It's back alive.
Not really into it. It felt like kind of rehashed the first one, but not nearly as good. And there was no, I mean, other than the first made money, there's no other reason for it to be made, in my opinion. I didn't care for it. Like I said, I don't think it needed sequels or a remake.
Oh shit! I forgot about
You
the
know-
remake there for a minute.
I tried to, but yeah. You know, that's really completely true because that's a movie that had like a really unique premise, but why would there ever be a sequel? Like, why would that ever be like anything that would happen. It's just you would never franchise a movie like that, but it made money, so
Because isn't that now it's like 3 babies run amok or something?
yeah. Well, what else
Mm.
can you do? That's what I'm saying. Like when you get to a certain point, it's like we just add another baby. Like that's the only fucking
I think it's
Adam-
like the same
Adam-
movie.
yeah.
Literally like the same movie.
What about Full Moon High? That's a difficult one, man, because that's a comedy, fucking horror mix. Those are really hard to pull off.
Haven't seen that one.
You never seen
Yeah.
Full Moon High?
No, I
I
missed
wasn't
it.
expecting that.
The comedy in it is what that's one of the issues that I have with it. It's just weird, man. I mean, I know it's Cohen, so you should probably kind of expect that, but even for him, it just something about it just didn't work for me.
It's goofy. It's too goofy.
Yeah.
Like there was I guess this is right in that time period too. So Full Moon like 81. So Student Bodies and this one and a couple others, they just tried their best to like make really wacky, goofy kind of horror movies, comedies that I guess were kind of supposed to be like Abbott and Costello style movies, but
Yeah.
I think the only one that really works for me is Student Bodies, and it barely works. I
Mm.
mean, now it doesn't even work so good. Rambo's passed out. Let's leave him alone.
No, I'm looking at Full Moon High and seeing like who's in it. Yeah, I've never seen this film before.
You got to see it. Somebody request it and make him watch it.
I think there's like a young Bob Saget in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Like it's the kid like going to Transylvania or whatever. It's just like, all right, I'm checked out as soon as it starts.
Yep. But then you've got Q, the winged serpent, which I know that one's well known.
Yeah, that one. It's that or the stuff. One of those was the first Larry Cohen film I saw, and then made me intrigued about his other work. And being a fan of monster movies, being a fan of stop motion animation, it was definitely appealing to me. So that stuff was cool, like a modern day, at the time, modern day monster movie. But like I was saying, that's when I would actually listen to the dialogue. Okay, Michael Moriarty plays his criminal. And a good part of it is like him trying to make a deal to save his own ass. So even though there's like people dying, it's like, okay, he's not really the most sympathetic, but he's an interesting character. And as he's like arguing with his girlfriend, Candy Clark, who's in the Blob remake, and about need to do the right thing, but he's like, no, this is gonna be my time. This is gonna be my, I'm gonna be the big name now. So at least it was like an interesting character with an arc that wasn't too predictable. And then David Carradine, I thought, stole the show. It's my favorite performance from him. I thought he was a lot of fun as the cop because he was giving a lot of very fun lines of dialogue. And then just seeing the creature like grab people and take their heads off and, and stuff like that was a bit fun. And again, I'm a sucker for stop motion animation.
Yeah,
So
it's great to
that-
see a
that-
movie like that. At that time period, using those kind of effects.
Yeah.
I've never seen Perfect Strangers. I'm not even sure what the fuck that is. Is that did Vinegar Syndrome put that out?
I think so.
I think they did. But I don't
think
have
was
it.
them.
Bronson Pinchot was good in it.
I was thinking about Deep Purple. We have become perfect strangers. All that shit.
I haven't
Uh,
seen Perfect Strangers, so
Well,
or
you gotta
special
get
effects.
Vinegar Syndrome. Boy, we gotta get up with him and get it.
It's like from what I remember, it's like about somebody witnesses like a mafia murder. It's more of like a thriller, I guess. You could even say erotic thriller, kind of. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, I don't own it. I wouldn't go back to it too often. I'd much rather watch quite a few of his other films over that, like The Stuff or something. It's an okay film. Very Cohen though, very very Cohen.
And then I guess we got The Stuff, which is my personal favorite, just because I watched it growing up. It's got a great fucking premise. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So it might be my second favorite attack on kind of like consumerism film ever made. No, third. My third favorite probably consumerism film ever made. Because really what it's talking about is like the shit that they put in food and stuff like that, and in your food, and you don't really know about it. And but just such a great idea though. This new product comes out, everybody wants it, everybody's fighting to get it, and they eat it and they absolutely love it. And it turns out it's actually a fucking alien that's, eating your body and taking you over completely. Yeah. First two would be Dawn of the Dead, of course, and then They Live.
Good
Yeah.
choices.
I always really liked Michael Moriarty in this movie too. Like, he's such a weird fucking actor. In everything he's in, he's weird. He's just
It's his delivery of dialogue.
Yes,
too. I've always noticed that.
everything about his characters in every movie I've seen him in, really, like, it's so bizarre that you're transfixed by him. You just want to watch like what he does, because he's not doing anything like a normal actor would do. He's fucking all over the place. But it makes it entertaining.
Not in the same vein, at least acting wise, but just in terms of like the offbeat, like out there performances at times is sort of like Crispin Glover, where he's got like his own sort of style of how he delivers dialogue and stuff.
Yeah, it's like he's completely in a different universe than anybody. Like they're so eccentric, like all those guys, like him, and like you're talking about Crispin Glover, and there's a couple of actors like that. They just kind of do things in a completely different way.
Yeah, I love this stuff. I think his character's Mo. Just always remember, they call me Mo because they give me money. I just want Mo.
Yeah.
And the concept, like you said, it's an interesting concept, and the whole take on products and how they tell you how healthy it is, but it's really killing you inside.
Yeah.
They could invoke a lot of, maybe that guy with McDonald's, maybe that's why he's got the stuff.
Yeah,
in that
that's what he's afraid of. He has to eat that, and then it takes him the whole body over.
I love the characters at the third act, not military, but they're the survivalist guys, especially the main guy. He was really Paul Sorvino. He was a lot of fun, how self-serious he was, but sincere. He was a very fun character. Dana Aiello, good cast. And fun special effects, kind of reminiscent of The Blob, but definitely much more quirkier and comedic. Fun film, easily one of my favorites of his. Yeah, and I showed this because I guess this is Larry Cohen at one point was selling these, and a fan of mine sent me this, which has a Larry Cohen autograph. I guess when they have like the supermarkets with all the stuff in it, this is like one of the hundreds of however many they made in there. So I thought this was a cool memento that because the guy Corey, he knew I was a fan of the film, so I always thought that was a really nice gift.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a film that Arrow Video released. I didn't get that one yet. I don't know if it's in print still, but I have to get it one day because I think there's a word print version or something on it. There's like a longer version of the film. I think. Could be wrong, but yeah, always enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I didn't get that one for some reason. Like they just put that out not too long ago again, but I need to probably try to get that too. And then Rambo's favorite movie from 1987, It's Alive 3, Island of the Alive.
Yeah. I don't remember much about that for good reason, I'm sure.
They're on the island, man. Come on,
And they're alive. I mean,
ridiculous.
this one and the next one, like they're a bit, I don't want to say too comedic, but just too silly or just too.
Which one? Return to Salem's Lot?
Both of them. I don't know, just.
I fucking hate Return to Salem's Lot. I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you. Like that is one of the most boring movies.
That was disappointing.
Jesus.
Because I thought that'd be funny in the vein of like Fright Night. Because he has like a comedic sense of humor in some of these other films. So I thought you'd bring something like that to a vampire story. Just remember being very boring.
Yeah, it's awful. Like I tried to watch it as well as movies. I tried multiple times to get through one time. I don't think I ever really did. I got through maybe half of it and just quit. It's not one of his best by any stretch.
And that also has Michael Moriarty in as well, and he didn't save it.
No. I don't know what Deadly Illusion. Hold on, let me look at the poster and I'll be able to.
It's with Billy D.
So many damn movies called that.
Never saw it.
I've never seen that one, no.
Oh wow, Vanity.
So in '88, then he writes Maniac Cop. He does not direct Maniac Cop because that would be Lustig, right?
Right.
Yep.
So we were talking about this the other night. Like I've never been a huge fan of Maniac Cop. I don't know. It just never resonated with me. I like the first one okay, and the second one like fine. It's whatever. People fucking shit their pants over that one. But like, what are y'all's thoughts about the series in general?
I liked it. I liked all three.
Same.
The first one, actually, the first was probably my least favorite of the three. I did what they were doing with the Tom Atkins character, but I just didn't really like the direction they went with him. When whatever happens, without giving away for those who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And Bruce Campbell, I don't think he was that well established at the beginning of the movie.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Maniac Cop 2, I thought what I was impressed with was the action sequences.
That's the big change between the first film and the other two. The first one is way more. Yeah, the first movie's way more of a straightforward slasher, a B movie slasher kind of feel. There's a lot more shots at night, him walking in the shadows, kill after kill kind of thing. And he would definitely repeat the killing spree in the second and third film, but it was the way they carried it out with the shootouts and the car chase and then the practical explosions and the effects. And yeah, the sequels are a lot more fun. But I think by the time you get to the third one, you can tell like something's not right about it, or like something's a little off. And Lustig over the years has talked about it several times with issues with the script. And
he quit, right?
Yeah.
And then they used footage from part 2 to help finish it.
Mm-hmm.
They always do.
So those movies are, I think they're fun, but
the police station scene in Maniac Cop 2 is pretty insane. Like, it's really well done, throwing cops through multiple rooms and big blood squibs. And to me, it's just, I admire what they're able to accomplish on a low budget, because that's something people always complain about. We don't have the budget. That's why that's why I say fuck Friday the 13th Part 8. Because like the director's like a whiny bitch saying, no, we don't have the money. These guys had a tenth of the money, and they were able to have these crazy action scenes. You had Jason leaking snot out of his fucking ass.
Look, buddy, when you got to pay the salary of Jensen Daggett, you ain't got no money left over to do anything.
That's a waste of money because she sucked ass. She ain't
pay her
worth
millions
$1
of dollars.
for a sucker.
Oh shit!
If they pay for the theme song, I would understand. It's a good song. But
Yeah,
other
it is
than
good.
that,
It's probably the best one of the
piss
series.
yellow fucking mask and shit. But Man Trap 2, like that came out a year later, had at least a third of the budget, and they were able to accomplish these really well done set pieces. Leo Rossi's fun as the serial killer, crazy guy that's cheering Matt Cordell on. But yeah, I like all three. Man Trap 2 is the best of the three.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Isn't what's the dude's name? Jackie O'Haley in 3?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta revisit that one again. It's been a long time.
he's like, "Hey, maniac cop."
And what's his name from Breakfast Club? Paul Gleason.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say fucking Judd Nelson or something. Like, he really went downhill after that. So Robert Zadar is an interesting dude, though. I wish that I could tell some of the stories that I heard about Robert Zadar, but they're not really my stories to tell, I guess. But let's just say towards the end of his life, he was very much like Gary Busey's type character. Just wild. I'm not saying about like inappropriate, like sexual stuff, but he's just a fucking nut. Like in that same vein as Gary Busey.
Gotcha.
When I met him, I mean, I'm not sure how to explain. There's been 2 guys I've met like that where you meet them, they're just immediately insane. That's the only way I can describe it. And it was him and Richard Lynch. Both of them just crazy as hell. Just and when I say that, I mean like when you walk up to them, they're already in the mind space of crazy. Like there's no like getting to know them and then maybe you find out a couple of things or kind of nuts about it. No, they're full on just fucking like already in some other alternate dimension. But I mean, in a good way, I guess, more so than some of the other ones.
His last film is, I really enjoy that one. Original Gangsters.
Now, hold on, we got to get to the ambulance because that's like my second favorite.
Oh,
film.
yeah.
Like
Love
dude,
that one.
I couldn't believe I had never seen that movie because it's so it's so out there and like unlike any other movie really. The premise is not crazy. It's the fucking acting and the script and everything else. It's like
Eric Roberts is money.
that's what I'm saying. Like his performance in that movie is just one of the craziest. Like you talk about like an eccentric kind of weird performances. That's got to be up there.
It's a lot of fun.
That's what makes that movie great. Yeah.
James Earl Jones keeps chomping his bubble gum.
Yeah. Like
Even after he
already dies. Like
He's still chewing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
and just like the Maniac Cop sequels, it has some really good stunt sequences because the guy, forget his name, he would go on to do bigger action scenes in like the Fast and the Furious sequels and stuff. Like he became like a go-to guy for these car crashes, stunt sequences. Rosado, I want to say that was his name, but there's some really good stunt work in that as well. And like you said, it's a interesting premise for those who don't know. Long story short, Eric Roberts is a comic book writer. I mean, artist. He's an artist at Marvel, and Stan Lee is actually in the film.
Yeah, he's his boss. He works for Stan Lee.
And girl he meets collapses, goes into an ambulance, and then completely disappears. And the rest of the film, him looking where she went to, and all the crazy stuff that happens afterward. It's simple enough premise, but like the title seems really generic and kind of sea level. The ambulance, ooh, but it's a lot better than I think when like that cover that's on there, where it's just the three actors. I remember when I rented, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like one of those kind of generic. Like Eric Roberts would have done back in the day, like generic $200,000 film where there's gonna be like a couple sex scenes probably in it or something.
Yeah.
Be on like Cinemax, but it was a welcome surprise. It was a nice welcome surprise, and it's my favorite of Larry Cohen's because of the writing, the action, the cast. It's a fun movie.
It's a great movie. I mean, you would not really expect it to be, but it is like completely a unique film.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever really talks about it, but it's you got to see it at least once.
I think originally he wanted John Travolta for the lead,
That makes sense. Yeah.
but he got Eric Roberts, which I'm glad it was Eric Roberts.
I was going to say, thank God he got Eric Roberts because like that's really what makes the movie. You imagine John Travolta's ass dancing around in that movie? Like, no. Because he'd have to dance in there somewhere. Like fucking Michael. Fucking hate that movie. Anyway. Original Gangsters
was fun. Mark, you mentioned that. That's a fun one for because of the cast. Pam Grier, Fred the Hammer. Is it
Jim Brown?
In it?
I don't think so. I think you're thinking about Jim Brown's the other.
Yeah, Jim Brown.
Yeah, and Ron O'Neal from Superfly. So it's super full circle, like to where his career started with the blaxploitation stuff. It takes those kinds of actors and thrusts them into, by that time, what was a slowly dying subgenre of urban crime gang films. So early 90s, you have your Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, stuff like that. So it sort of blends the two with the new and the old. Pam Grier's really fun in it. I mean, all of them are. It's very well cast, very fun, shot on location in Gary, Indiana, which helps a lot because so much of Gary looks like a fucking like third world country. It looks like shit.
Yep.
So it's very authentic because it actually was shot on location, and he did actually use some real pimps from the area and gang members as well. In terms of that aspect, it's super, super authentic. And then all the fighting and the shootouts and all that stuff. It's just a really fun movie. It's literally just what the title suggests. Fred Williamson
hired the actual Bloods and Crips for the background actors. That's what he said.
Yeah, all authentic.
So they stopped fighting for a bit. Then after the film was done, they started back up again.
Well, I mean, they got to collect the paycheck so they can fund their other activities.
Shit.
But even like as a writer, when you look at these even for films he didn't direct, like there's a lot of films he did that just writing. Like I see, like Bestseller is a really good one with James Woods and Brian Dennehy. Just like James Woods is a hitman and Brian.
He wrote Uncle Sam. I didn't know that. I never knew that.
Cellular is a really good one to me. Phone Booth, I think it's a very underrated one.
Yeah.
Phone Booth and Cellular, I really like both of them.
Jesus Christ, he wrote Captivity.
Well,
fuck.
His script was rewritten.
I would hope.
He had a concept and then he rewrote. I think he's talking about like they took the script and just rewrote the shit out of it. Probably that other guy, Joseph.
Movie ain't no count.
Whoever.
Hey.
Just like It's Alive, like he had a script and then they just rewrote the shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Phone Booth is such a good concept. I know Jim Carrey was going to do it, but then he backed out. I think it would have been interesting for Jim Carrey to do it, but thought that was one of Joel Schumacher's better later films. Saw that in the theater. Probably Colin Farrell, I would say his best performance. And Kiefer Sutherland was good. He had the right voice as the sniper. Just a cool, simple concept you can't do nowadays because they don't have phone booths anymore. And then Celio, that's a good one. Jason Statham's actually a villain. William H. Macy's really good. Kim Basinger really good.
Chris Evans is the lead.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good. It's an interesting concept again. Jason Statham takes Kim Basinger hostage. While she's got time, a broken phone, gets a random cell phone, happens to be Chris Evans, and then it's a race against time to save her kid. And Jason Statham, again, is the villain of the film, which was different. William H. Macy plays a cop who tries to help out. So good cast, pretty tight pace. It has that sense of humor that you see in some of Cohen's writing. But, yeah.
Always like that.
So he
acted in Spies Like Us.
I saw that and I was like, what? But yeah,
I didn't know that.
he's an ace tomato agent. So yeah, where do you rank Cohen then? Same kind of rating. That's tough to me, to be honest.
Right.
What the fuck are people doing on 4-wheelers? It's like midnight. Yeah. Like, what the?
It's Friday night. We can do whatever we want. Fuck everybody else.
I guess
They don't need sleep.
they'll think that when I snipe them off that fucking thing here in a minute.
I know how that goes. For me, when I take in his writing credits as well, for me it's a B plus. Because directing wise, I don't love all those. To be fair, some of those I have not seen, like Full Moon High. Although that doesn't sound like I'm missing much.
You're not.
No, you're not.
Well, there you go. But like It's Alive sequels and but I mean, like Original Gangsters was fun. I love The Ambulance. Love Q the Winnie Serpent. They have a couple that I love. A lot of directors don't have that. And he's written some pretty high profile movies that I liked as well. So for me, it's a B plus. At least. I can't go A. Because that'd be like John Carpenter or Wes Craven and stuff, but he's definitely underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree 100% on him being underrated. I would say B plus as well. A lot of really, really cool. I probably like a lot of his writing more so than the direction, but as a total package, he's definitely a B plus, in my opinion. One interesting thing about all three of these guys is that all three of them did direct a Masters of Horror episode.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know if we got time to talk about that because we haven't even gotten to Joe Dante yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to say that for another like Mid-Carter's Part 2.
I was thinking we're probably gonna have to because I don't want to rush through.
Yeah, because we could like have him just have two directors whenever we're next. Joe Dante and someone else maybe. Or
Yeah, we'll pick 2 instead of 3 because I didn't realize how long it would take to go through all these movies. But fucking Larry Cohen's got 20 goddamn movies anyway, so
Right.
But yeah, I would probably give him. Here's the thing: there's none of his movies that I like more than Reanimator. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
right.
But I think he has more movies overall that I like than Stuart Gordon. Stuart Gordon's got like 3 or 4 that I really like, but I mean, Cohen's got several, 5, 6 maybe. So I don't know. I'd probably put him the same, like a B. Almost give him the same score, but for a different reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jack Paul Evans, I definitely get what you mean by that. I mean, part of me wanted to go in that direction because of the reason you said, the risk he takes. the genres he's attempted, how quirky his writing is.
Yeah.
But I'll stick with B plus. It's close enough for me.
So there you go. We got 2 of them done at least, and we'll do Joe Dante and one other one in the next show. But yeah. So there you have it. Mid Carter's episode 1 is in the books, to be continued. And yeah, I think we've solved a lot of the current Middle East problems by doing this show.
Sure.
We did our part tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Gas prices are going to go back down after this show. Because
Of course.
everything's going to be fine. Okay, so I'll let the chat decide on this too, because my pick was Joe Dante. But who else? Who would you want to see be the second one besides Dante? Who's a mid-card level director that we could put in and do like a deep dive as the second one with Joe Dante?
I mean, Spiegel, like, it's not enough to deep dive. He fits, but I mean, yeah, I don't know about Scotty Spiegel.
Tom Holland's a good one.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good one.
See, I'll write them down. Tom Holland. Coscarelli, definitely. Henenlotter. To me, Henenlotter's like the prime example of somebody like that.
Analog is a good choice. It'd be Quit. I mean, Quit Dirt is.
Yeah, he's got like what 5 or 6 films.
Yeah. Well, Jack Paul, more horror related directors.
J. Lee Thompson's good, but Jesus Christ, that guy's got like what 15 movies every decade. He's
Peter
way too
Heim.
many movies.
Lustig's good. Yeah. Steinman. I think he only did like 2 films though, really, didn't he? Like that were
Yeah.
2 or 3, yeah.
John Carl Beekler, maybe. He didn't do that many films either, though. But I mean, maybe he definitely done more than Steinman. Fuck Uwe Boll, piece of shit. That's actually quite a few good picks, though. That's like 5 different ones that we could do. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like, here's what I feel like. I feel like we could do Henenlotter and one other one because Henenlotter would be really fast, like you said. We just have to figure out like which the other one would be. So Lustig, Coscarelli, Holland.
So Joe Dante, Frank Henenlotter.
Lamberto Bava. And everybody's picking every Italian filmmaker, every Suavi, Sergio Martino, Lamberto Bava, Mario Bava. That'd be oh my God, why did I never think about that? I need to do a show, like a standalone show called It's Me, Mario Bava. Just have it be about those films. All right, let's do. I don't want to do Lustig because I feel like Cohen is too close to Lustig. Let's do Holland, Henenlotter, and Dante.
Sounds good. All right.
All right. So They can start. Well, here's the fucking thing, though, man. Fuck my ass. You know, next Friday is Friday the 13th again, right?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we're supposed to do some sort of commentary over Friday the 13th or a Friday the 13th movie. I don't know which one.
Weren't we thinking Jason Goes to Hell since you have the interview coming
Yeah.
up on Sunday? That's
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday the 14th or Saturday the 14th.
Saturday.
Sorry.
Oh, Saturday 4th. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have to postpone this one to the week after, I guess, because all that shit's going to be going on at the same time.
Well, there we know what to look forward to then as well.
Yeah. We got our shows planned out at least 2 weeks in advance now, so everybody
Yeah.
can shut the fuck up about that. Yeah, what you plan something out?
Yeah, I mean, there's more than enough mid card or mid tier guys where we could just make it a thing like every few weeks. Just do that. That'd be cool.
Herschel Gordon Lewis is another good one, but I haven't seen a lot of his movies, to be fair. Okay. So, Rambo, what do you got going on? What's coming up in the or down the pipeline of the requests?
A lot of very random stuff. Guy named Ashley Punched requested a few kung fu films. So Karate Kill and Kill 'Em All. Some of the titles of the films. Alien Resurrection for Jammerall, who's in the chat, revisited that. Yeah, it's not great, but not many of them are after the second one. Scary Movie 4, which was pretty bad.
Wait a minute. Which one is 4? I get 3 and 4.
That's the
mixed up.
one that's mostly the War of the Worlds parody.
Oh, okay. It's got Leslie Nielsen in it and all that.
Well, yeah, he's in 3 and 4, Leslie Nielsen. But yeah, that's the one is like the parody of The Drudge, The Village, War of the Worlds. Yeah, not much to it. Pretty lousy writing.
Wait, is that the one though where what is his name? Is like he's doing the 8 Mile ripoff?
No, that's the third one.
Okay, that one's fucking amazing. I don't care what anybody says.
That's Simon Rex.
Now the fourth one is the guy playing Tom Cruise does his Oprah Winfrey on the couch gag at the end and then start punching each other and
Yep.
all sorts of stupid shit. And then other random stuff. Kill 'Em All 2 with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Guy needs to retire.
No, I watched that movie. I tried to watch that. I think it was on Netflix or something.
Probably.
And I was like, I can't even fucking believe how bad that is.
Yeah. And then trailer thoughts on stuff. One that is coming up in May, interesting movie I never heard of before, is called Is God Is. Strange title, but the concept is interesting because it's about two girls that I guess their dad had burned their mom, and so they have scars. Their mom's played by Vivica Fox. And when they come of age, they visit their mom who's in care, and she tells them to go find your dad and kill him for what he did to us years ago. So it's these two girls who go on a road trip revenge to find their dad who burnt their mom, and I just by the end decide whether they'll invoke vengeance or not. It was an interesting concept. Trailer has a little bit of exploitive feel to it, the exploitation feel a little bit. So I never heard of it before. The person directed it, I guess, based on a play they had done. So someone had wanted me to give thoughts on that. Interesting trailer. So that's all to come and more. How about you, Mark?
Next thing I'll be doing is a stream with the Dead Pit original himself, Crater. We'll be doing a wrestling stream. And Yeah, so anybody that's not sub to his channel, go check it out. Crater Mania. And yeah, we'll be talking about wrestling, so should be a fun time.
When's that?
Right now we have the date set for Tuesday, next Tuesday. That'll be the next thing that I have up. But that could potentially change just because of work schedules. So we'll see. But that'll be the next thing as of right now.
All right, bulls. Well, until Friday the 13th, just remember that everybody dies, but Friday night lives. See y'all. Well, I will see y'all if I can find this fucking outro.
A big thanks goes out to our supporters over at Dead Pit on Patreon.com. You can get hours upon hours of great content, right, Uncle Bill?
There's so many hours of content. We've got reviews. We've got songs. We've got live streams. We've got exclusive streams. We've got non-exclusive streams. We've got streams with all kinds of celebrities and all kinds of different old shows from the past podcast, the initial incarnation of the show. All of that can be yours.
Dead Pit on Patreon.com. Show us a little bit of love. Give us some money because we definitely deserve it. That Patreon page is so killer that you'll rub your bird to it on a nightly basis. It's that good.
You won't be able to contain yourself. You'll have to jerk your bird out and go crazy. I mean, that's how much content that we have. So much content that it's massive, and it will massively smack you in the face.
You'll play with your bird so much, pretty soon you'll be looking around for somebody else's bird to play with.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Filipino bitch, Miss Slatko Fudd, telling you about shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. And it's the best goddamn deal on horror shirts you will ever see. New shirts, old shirts, all the in-between shirts. God damn it, bulls, go over to shop.deadpit.com. You ain't down with that. You can go to fucking hell.